Hi there, Libra, and welcome to this, your October 2025 reading and forecast. I'm Nigel St. James, clairvoyant. Now, for those who may be interested in a personal reading or healing, the information's in the description. Now, this month we may have a video that's shorter than we are used to. That's because I have a number of academic matters which I need to get finalized and urgently, and it's really cutting into my time. But I can assure you, you are still going to get the same level of quality and accuracy that you have come to expect. So let's see what there is in store for you and show me the magic. There is Ace of Coins. Here is 10 of Cups. The Chariot. 2 of Swords. And finally, what is there here? And something out. Temperance. Right, well, why don't you come and relax. I'll bring the camera around and let's get straight into it. Well, in a nutshell, a time of great love, opportunity, material success, peace, and this is a turning point, and things are going to start moving forward. But the first thing is this that I want to look at, because this whole thing is saying that during the period of a month, you find that you are going to be very peaceful, as this is the moon ruling Libra, your sign. Well, that's a great combination. Did you know that your moon sign describes your instinctive or emotional energies? You are going to have inner peace, the power to make decisions, and particularly decisions regarding a situation or a relationship, which bring about calmness and spiritual peace. There's agreement here and mental stability. Now, the inspiration and ideas which are now going to come to you, they're really worth paying attention. So remember them in order to be able to just to rebalance yourself in the future, should you have any times of doubt or confusion. Now, this balance, I think, which is in your life now, that relates to your personal environment, work, and your relationship with others. Now, you will have the power to make decisions, but this is saying to me that there could well have been, or there could well be something going on where you do have a hard time making up your mind about something and can't make a choice. I don't think this is absolutely over the top, but it's sitting in the background. It might surface up every now and again. I think you might be dealing with the things for the decision that you have in mind or against what you have in mind. But consider that you might actually lack the information that you need to make the right decision at this time. But when you get it, it's like the light goes on, and you can see the situation for what it is, and you will be in a position to make the decision that is right for you. Now, there's a particularly good material energy, which is just bursting onto the scene, and of course you drew this first. Interestingly, I'm getting a lot of Taurus, Gemini, and Aries around here, so they could be important to you during this period. Now, this is for you the beginning of something really good. Actually, things that you can have in your hand. I get the feeling around here of growth, of material and financial growth, and improving finances. Certainly a lot of good luck around you, and there may well be some unexpected money coming your way. There are inner and outer riches to be enjoyed by you now. There's great success, the unification of the body and soul, material and spirit, heaven and earth. There's a wholeness with you now. You are going to have a great power of grounded practical organizational ability that's going to stay with you now for the next several months. Now, I think that this ace here of the coins, which is about material world, I think this is saying that you now are ready to live a life that is inwardly and outwardly rich. All that is needed is already at hand. So give yourself up to the fullness of life and learn to use your wings. What areas of your life would you like to make richer? Work on discovering and developing your potential, your inner wealth, and remain open for every form of enrichment in your life, and say this to yourself: I am in harmony with the flow of nature. Wealth is my natural condition. It allows me to express my spirituality, purpose for living, and creative potential in this world. Now, what we have up here, I just want to have a look at this. And you might look at this first. I want to have a look at this first because I want to show you how you are rewarded with this great emotional fulfillment. And this is seen by this. Oh, that's from, is that Elijah or someone going taken up into heaven in a chariot of fire? This is speaking of a turning point for you, a new beginning, but it's a change for the good. There is triumph in the face of adversity, and you overcome problems and achieve success without, I have to say, really much support from anybody else, really. I think you're going to be going through a time of, in dealing with this power that's going here and your decision-making ability that's coming through there and these opportunities that are coming and the course that you take, I think what you will be doing is examining all the possible consequences before daring to set this chariot in motion on the new beginning, because once this chariot has started on the journey, there will be no turning back. So everything will require, I think, you to prepare things properly and to look at all the surrounding environment. But once the groundwork is done, then I wouldn't put off your new starts unnecessarily, because everything here points to a favorable outcome and success. Because, look, I suspect you have gone through something of a barren time. Well, this is speaking of victory over adversity. This difficult period, you've overcome it, you see. And you now have the courage to act. I think you'll also find success in defeating negative patterns of thought or how you view yourself, because there may well be a focus on self-discipline, certainly on mental discipline. It's also a very good healing card here. Now, this is speaking of you now moving towards goals successfully, but do remain centered and be protective of yourself. Now, these changes which are coming on in your life, they really are promising to lead to a positive phase in your life. So ready yourself, put your affairs in order, examine all of the possibilities. I think you're going to leave a lot behind. And maybe ask yourself, what areas of your life will be changing? What do you need to let go of in order to press on? So seek or create for yourself a loving and secure environment, because there you'll be able to plan your change, your journey. I do think that your body might need attention and activity now. But say these truth statements to yourself. I motivate others positively. I am responsible for what I cause. I accomplish things well and with ease, and I am putting my life in order and preparing for the new beginning towards success. Now, I'll go back to this because I was drawn to it. Why am I drawn? Oh, I'm drawn to it because this is Mars in Pisces. Now, you might think that aggressive Mars doesn't sit well with peaceful Pisces, but you'll remember, of course, that this is Mars in the third decan of Pisces. Each sign, as you know, is split into 30 degrees, and then there are decans, they call them, of 10 degrees each. So there's 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30 degrees. That's the third one. That's where Mars is. Now, I think that's good. Why? Because Mars is the last sign in the zodiac year, if you like, Pisces rather. And with Mars right at the end of Pisces, as it is here, the next sign is Aries in the spring equinox in the Northern Hemisphere. Well, that first decan of Aries, that's also governed by Mars. So you have Mars at the end of Pisces and Mars at the beginning of Aries, which provides the energy to push the zodiac cycle through again. But this is speaking for you of great satisfaction, and there's a fulfillment radiating from you. So you can use this energy of Mars. And Mars here in the sign of Pisces, it doesn't act in its usual problematic way. It's not aggressive or doesn't produce injury, but it provides the apparently fragile being, like you say, with the decisiveness needed to bring forth into the outer world the beauty which you hold within. Now, this doesn't require any dramatic demonstrations of emotion, because when you're fulfilled as you're going to be like this, it's just going to radiate from you. So in emotional areas, let things develop by themselves. Everything is going to come to you at the right moment. It's very emotionally fulfilling for you this month. There's a great deal of emotional passion and vitality here. And say to yourself, life gives me all that I need to be happy. Now, just to finish it, this is, of course, the perfect energy for you, because this is saying that, a lot of Sagittarius energy around here. This is where you are going to do what you do best, which is bring together opposites, bring about balance. There's inner change. There's a quantum leap forward. I'm not surprised because I see this. So you're going to make a huge leap forward, which is going to be successful. And there's a lot of creative power with you. I think you'll find yourself bringing opposites together so that you can generate something new. You'll be combining forces, and your actions are going to be based on a sensible observation as to what's going on around you. So these things all work. And again, this is talk about success after what could have... I'm getting the feeling of something which has been in your life, which has been has an elaborate history to it, a complicated history to it, but now, boom, it gets resolved, which is great. I also think it's a time of you looking within and accepting the shadow sides of yourself. And you might want to say this, that I surrender to the transforming powers of the divine. I equally value the light and dark in my own nature. I am a well-integrated person, and I am an open channel for creative energy, and I welcome the success now coming into my life. What a great set of cards for you. Made so much better for you being here. I really enjoyed your company during that reading, and unless I see you in the meantime for either a personal reading or for a healing, then I'll see you here again next month. And until then, remember one thing, and it is this, that you are a legend. And I look forward to seeing you again next month. Until then, it's bye for now.